Hey folks, welcome back. So yeah, I know I took a little bit of a break there. Had the holidays, lots of traveling. So yeah, just really wasn't even here for it. And then I took about a week, maybe 2 weeks here, kind of get caught up on some adulting and some things that had to get done via a life. So now that I've got all that stuff squared away, I figured why not fire up a stream. And again, I know it's been a while, guys, probably about 6 weeks. So about a month and a half here I've been gone. And I told you guys about a month and a half ago, I did not know what I'd be doing. I had no idea. There's some projects I talked about, like redoing some games I've already done, but I was like, for my first time back, I really don't want to replay another game that I've already played again. So I thought, I tried this Sea of Thieves because my daughter, told me it was a lot of fun and we could play together. So I was like, yeah, why not? I watched the preview, I was like, yeah, it doesn't look like it's for me. But whatever, I'll play with family. So fast forward, I buy download, and give it a try. And I was like, oh wow, this game is nothing like the preview. Like, it's actually a lot of fun. For you Zelda fans out there, there's going to be a Zelda vibe here. It really reminds me of Wind Waker. You get to see like the direction of the wind blowing. When you're sailing around in your pirate ship, you get to pick any direction, any island. You can just kind of free roam and explore. There's a little bit of combat to the game. You're going to get like skeleton enemies popping up at you. Not only that, there's an open world player-on-player element to the game. You don't have to start out that way though. You can just kind of do a private session where you're just battling skeletons. But at some point, yes, the game will open up and there will be player-on-player. Now, I'm normally not a big PvP gamer, so I don't like that they kind of force you into that. But guys, I've been playing it and I've only been attacked twice and I've played it a lot. In fact, it feels like I get attacked by players less than I do the skeletons. So, that's kind of like where I'm at with this game right now. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to throw all that out there. Guys, beautiful game, beautiful graphics, open world, first person, it's gorgeous. There's a lot of fun elements to it, like emoting, which you guys know me, it's a lot of fun. So anyway, I feel like that's enough of an intro here. I'll go ahead and get myself out of the way. Peace out, Home Scout. Alright, so good old Sea of Thieves. I'm just gonna finish with my setup here. Should just take me about another 20, maybe 30 seconds. And while that's thinking in the background, I can start getting my machine thinking. It's tinking. Alright, according to my stream check, we're actually good. And I've been away from chat window for a second here, so bear with me while I get myself together. Hey, Cora, good to see you again. Yeah, awesome. Boomin', what's up, what's up? Link Mario, hey, hey. Good to see you guys again. Yeah, long time. In fact, I started setting up the stream this morning. I was like, wait, how do you do this again? Like, how do you stream? I was kind of stuck, and then once I got going, it was like riding a bike. It just kind of went. So anyway, yeah, Sea of Thieves. I'm really excited to show you guys this game. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I deleted my pirate. Excuse me. So this is basically what would be in front of you guys right now if you're starting your own new game. And guys, they look weird, and that's just the way the game is designed. But honestly, you don't see it much anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. When you emote, yeah, it backs out and kind of shows you the pirate. So make sure it's going to be something you can live with. And if you don't like any of them, the right trigger there will kind of refresh them all. And the cool thing is if you come across one and you're like, oh, that one would work, you can favorite it. And not that I'm going to keep this one, but I'll show you how that works. And then when you hit that trigger to refresh pirates, that one will stay there. And you can kind of keep browsing. That way, if you saw one and you keep going, you can actually, you know, still use that one. And honestly, that one's probably good enough. I mean, I don't need to spend a bunch of time doing this. So I think I'll go with Jughead over here. He looks happy. Eh, maybe not. Stand by. I don't know if I'm okay with the Count of Monte Cristo mustache there. This one might actually do me better. I don't know. Let's do it. Link Mario, you said AOI. What is AOI? AOI. I'm not familiar with that acronym. Alright, so once you got your pirate picked out, just go ahead and hit play. Now, don't worry about these, you know. It's just kind of showing you what's going on in the current season because it's an online game. You don't need to worry too much about that. We're just getting a new pirate fired up and started. That's where you can actually spend some money and get like ancient coins for different gear. Now guys, the weapons, the gear, none of that really matters. There's not attack power, there's not defense. It's all just cosmetic. So I really wouldn't recommend spending a bunch of money in here. You're going to get that stuff for free as you play anyway. So, you know, just the game's already kind of expensive enough. That's just my own personal recommendation. It's just really cosmetics. Let's go ahead and hit play. Now, if you're new to the game, go ahead and do the maiden voyage. That's a little bit of a tutorial area. It'll kind of get your feet wet a little bit. You won't get attacked. It just kind of teaches you the mechanics and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and skip that since I've already played the game a little bit. Go right over to adventure. Now, if you do not want player-on-player PvP, go ahead and go to safer seas. Now, keep in mind, you're going to get attacked more frequently by skeletons. That way you're not just roaming around and nothing's going on. Whereas if you go high seas, there's a little bit less skeleton attack, especially in the way of, like, pirate ships popping up. And, but there is the risk of, you know, running into encounters with player-on-player. So it's just really however you want to do it. Now, keep in mind, the safer seas, not everything will be open to you. Some of the stuff will be blocked. You won't be able to access it. And I think emissaries is part of that. So I like to use the emissary feature because it gives you more gold, more reputation, and your character just builds a lot quicker. But, you know, again, if that makes you queasy thinking about player-on-player interaction, then absolutely go safer seas. So just for, you know, tutorial purposes, I think I'll go that route. Go ahead and charter a ship. Get the smallest one because it's just going to be you. And of course you can absolutely play with a friend, don't get me wrong. But I'll be playing solo here. So go ahead and hit set sail. Age of Imprisonment. Oh, okay, gotcha. The new Zelda game. Hey, Atlantis, welcome back. Good to see you again. Age of Imprisonment. I still haven't cracked that one yet. So I just gotta ask, Link Mario, like, are you enjoying it? Is it as good as the original Hyrule Warriors? Because I liked the original Hyrule Warriors, and then I bought that next one that was modeled more after BOTW, and I didn't really like it. Alright guys, so everybody starts here. You're going to be in the cantina or whatever this is called, the bar. There's somebody here you can turn different loot into. But the main thing to focus on is every outpost, and I'll show you a map here in a moment, is going to have vendors where you can sell all the treasure and stuff that you're going to find. Nothing belongs to you until you sell it. That's the whole point of the game. Go out, get the loot, bring it back, get it sold. So, the gold hoarders, he's always in this green tent. It's the same on every island. The bar or cantina, which I've already pointed out, again, that's going to be the same on every island. It's this 2-story building. You've got vendors where you can buy gear, and again, that has nothing to do with defense or attack power. That's just going to be cosmetic. So you go in here to buy this stuff, and all the vendors have a chest outside where you can equip the stuff. So just to kind of show you what that looks like. This is all your default stuff. Everybody gets this for free, but again, it's everything you need. So no worries there. Here's another vendor. I think this is clothing. Again, this is all strictly cosmetic. And I don't personally like to wear gloves. I guess I need to put some kind of clothes on though. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and put that on. Looks like I'm already wearing pants. Awesome. I'm already wearing shoes. Awesome. Alright, so I showed you the Gold Hoarders, the Souls house. It's kind of weird looking. It's like this little 2-story Harry Potter looking deal. And you got a vendor upstairs on this little, like, turning stairwell. And again, just cosmetics there. But that's where you can spend some money for those ancient coins and stuff that I was talking about. Not only that, if you want to change your pirate appearance, that's the character you have to buy from to buy that potion. And you can do it that way. And let's see here, what is the pet shed? Yeah, you can buy pets. That's a lot of fun. I mean, yes and no. I kind of found they just got in the way when I was just trying to get stuff done. The souls person here, guys, that's going to be important. All the souls type artifacts that you bring back, that's where you sell those, like skulls. So just remember the Harry Potter building. And then there's one other one where we do selling to. Actually, no, 2. And they're usually out on the docks. So at the docks, you're going to have the Merchant Alliance and the Hunters Alliance, or whatever they call that. Hunter's Call. So just remember, and the game is pretty well guided. It's going to tell you all this. Like if you're carrying around a chest and it says, you know, you cannot turn in here, you have to turn in, and it'll tell you. So no worries there. Don't worry about shopping or anything right now. What I do want to do is show you guys our ship. In this board, you can like pick up treasure maps here. I'm not going to do that right off the top. I'm just going to kind of show you the quests from the quest table on the ship itself. Oh, that's the ladder, by the way. So if you're out in the water, you can actually go ahead and board your ship via ladder. And the sails, all this stuff is going to be back here. So that's your anchor. And guys, you have to do all of this. So there's a lot of multitasking involved, like wowzers. But this one is kind of sail length. You can just drop that sucker. And this one turns it. So for you folks that played Wind Waker, this should start coming back to you a little bit. So you see the wind is kind of blowing that direction. I'll go ahead and throw the sail around to my right there. Catch a little bit better wind. Now we're not going to go anywhere until we raise the sail. One other thing I wanted to show you guys before I actually set sail is check all these crates and barrels. They're going to have just a bunch of random freebie stuff, and it's a good idea to stock up, especially if you're going to be playing for a little while. So just kind of clean all that stuff out. Whatever it'll let you grab, just grab it. And it's going to like max out. You don't have a ton of inventory space on your person. So what I like to do is go back to the ship and just kind of download whatever I pick up. And the main 3 things you're going to be accessing is Cannonball Barrel. Well, that's kind of another one. I'll get to that in a minute. But as far as inventory goes, you got your wood barrel. And guys, you're going to go through this stuff and you're going to go through it quick. So again, I recommend just scooping up whatever is for free out here on the docks before you actually get going. So I'm going to go around one more time and scoop up whatever else I can. Oh, that one's already empty. So is that one! Oh, I did good, I guess. And let's see if I can multitask here. I already know better. I probably can't. But I'll try to read comments as I get my looting done. The main thing is going to be the wood and the food. Because, wow, when you start getting pummeled by, excuse me, skeleton ship cannonballs, it'll start making holes in your ship. So you got to go down there pretty quickly and repair those. Alright, that pineapple, that is good. That feeds you 2 different times, so that's a definite keep-on-hand food item to carry around. So in other words, you get to heal twice for only 1 inventory spot. Okay, it looks like my wood is good. That rhymed. Alright guys, I think I'm ready. Oh, there's my Wi-Fi acting up. I've only DC'd once, so normally that just kind of fixes itself and it goes away. Excuse me. So yeah, you're going to have a sword and a rifle, or a pistol. And you get a bunch of free stuff in here, so if you want, like a sniper instead of the pistol, you can do that. If you want a little knife, throwing knives instead of the sword, you can do that. So just, you know, play with these, have fun with them. There's a double barrel pistol there, which a friend of mine really likes. So I think I'll stick with my sniper rifle, and I'll swap that out with my pistol there. And I'll just keep my cutlass, because I actually like that. So again, this comes with like a little view thing, and I like to shoot things from a distance, so that's definitely my go-to. But anyway, you only get 5 shots. Not awesome. So you're going to have to come down here frequently and just hit that sucker, and it'll refill all your shots. So yeah, you just kind of go back and forth between your sword and your rifle there. My left bumper, holding that down, will show you your access wheel. And you see in the middle there it says throwables, more, and quests. Now we don't have any quests yet, but when we do, we'll hit A and it'll show you maps and stuff up there. More is just another wheel here. So you've got, you know, musical instruments, you've got a clock. You can see the time of day, which is really helpful. I wish I had known that when I first started playing, because I was like, how do you know what time it is? Well, they tell you. And you can play music and just fun stuff here. You can go fishing. That's what the beta's for. So yeah, that's your food wheel. That's a definite thing to keep in the back of your mind. You're going to need to heal up quick, so that's a quick one that I go to. Same thing with the wood, guys. Whoo! When you're really getting pummeled, you're going to be breaking out that wood to repair your ship. So you've got to hold that plank out, and it'll prompt you, but you got to look at it and squeeze the trigger until it's done. So the mast can get damaged, your wheel can get damaged, the anchor can get damaged. And again, a whole bunch of holes can start showing up down here, and when that starts happening, it fills up with water. You'll have to get that bucket out and start scooping away. When we find meat, we can actually cook our meat. I'll be showing you that here at some point. You can sleep to heal, which is awesome. So not just the food will heal you, the actual sleeping will heal you as well. Okay, so apparently I cannot multitask. I cannot rub my head and pat my belly. So I need to catch up on a little bit of chat here before we actually set sail. Before we actually set sail, I want to show you guys the quest board. And this is the same on all the ships. It just might be differently located. There's your map. So we're out here in the Devil's Roar. And guys, it's a big open world. Beautiful graphics, beautiful islands to explore. Just so much fun. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a lot just yet. The voyages is what we're looking for. And I usually like to stick to the gold hoarders because I just like the treasure hunting. That's where I really enjoy the game. But if you like more combat, you might want to do the Order of the Souls stuff. And a lot of them overlap. So, you know, of course you have to do the tutorial first. I guess I'll just go ahead and get that one out of the way. And you can just go there by sailing, or you can dive to the location. But because I'm doing the tutorial, it won't let me dive. So unfortunately, we have to just drive there like cavemen and go do it that way. So anyway, once we do that, we can then go to our quests, and it'll show us the map of where we're going. And I can already tell that's in the Devil's Roar.
The gold hoarders, a grand choice for a pirate hungering for trinkets and treasure. Emerald green attire, a golden curse on their skin, and a keen eye for a profit mark these traders from the others. They offer voyages that test your wit and wisdom, asking you to solve riddles and follow maps to buried treasure. dig up hidden hoards, and return to the gold hoarders' green tents. They'll reward you handsomely for your efforts. To get you started, they've given you a map, but it's up to you to follow the clues. Now, study that parchment. See if you can discern where it leads and claim the prize they seek.
Alright, so just little cutscene stuff there. Good stuff. I just read that chat there, Link Mario, about the wife going off. So yeah, Link Mario, this definitely has a Zelda feel to it. Again, I really parallel it to Wind Waker. And I'll show you guys like the third-person view when I do an emote here. So that's down arrow. You got to hold that down, and it gives you some different stuff you can do. But that's the pirate, and you can actually change the hair and stuff. But yeah, just driving the ship around, it was definitely Wind Waker. Just, you know, picking a direction, going with the wind, it was beautiful. Picking an island to go to, it was awesome. Like all this stuff you can see, you can go visit that. Maybe not while the volcano is erupting, but yeah, just a lot of fun. I'm going to get into that here in just a moment. I just wanted to catch up on chat before I did. And now that I'm caught up on chat, let's do this little dance. Oh yeah, so we need to figure out where we're going. Let's get back to that, shall we? So I'm looking for this little like T-bone steak looking island. And again, I know that's Devil's Roar because of the little red spots on the map. It's like blackened rocks with little red lava-looking spots. And that's all going to be out here in the Devil's Roar, which is in the eastern part of the map. So all this out here around this little area. So we can zoom in and try to find this island. I think I just found it. Flames End. Wait, that's not it. Close, but no cigar. Nope. And sometimes you really got to zoom in to see the thing accurately. That might be it right there. Actually, I think that is it right there. So I'm going to mark that. Now, I really wish they showed you like a beacon or something on the horizon, but no. You just got to find the direction. So we're going north and west, exactly northwest of my current location. So what I'm going to do is spin the ship around, and I don't want the sail down to do that because it's really going to take off on us. So I'm going to put the sail all the way up until I get spun around and I'm facing northwest. And the cool thing is you can spin around. So there's your compass, by the way. So northwest, it's exactly behind me. That's not awesome. So yeah, you can actually spin around without having the sail down. And the ship won't move, but it will spin around a lot quicker. So let's just go ahead and get going to the right here. And if you bump into the dock a little bit, that's okay. We're not going fast, so it shouldn't damage anything. And if it damages something, trust me, you're going to hear it. So yeah, once it hits close to northwest, I guess I'll go ahead and start dropping sail here. And I should be looking right at it. And when you hear that little thud there in the middle, that's like rudder is pointed straight. Now, it doesn't always mean the ship is going to go perfectly straight.
Across open waves in search of lost treasure. Nothing stirs the soul quite like it. You must have your wits about you, though. Keep a weather eye on your map and another on the horizon. You now share the sea with other pirates, some friendly, others not so much. Once you have the hidden treasure aboard your ship, I will see you again.
Hey, Silent Soliloquy, good to see you again. Welcome back, by the way, and yeah, I know what you mean. I was kind of doing the same thing, catching up on news every day. I'm like, I know better. Why am I doing this? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and flip my sail around and pick up a little bit more speed here. Poof! As soon as that sail opens up, you know you got maximum speed coming in. And I think that's my island right there to the right. Kind of tough to see, especially when the sail is like right in your face. I'm going to raise that a little bit. And at night, you know, of course it's darkened. But you can see like the silhouettes in the background, the palm trees and stuff. And guys, it really is beautiful graphics. Now, I'm aware YouTube is going to darken this a little bit, so especially during night scenes, you're not going to be able to see the graphics come through as nicely. And as soon as I see that little island thing pop up, I start putting the sail up. Because you're going to come in hot. You don't want to crash into the island. That's going to damage your ship. You'll be down there using wood. Oh, and we have an earthquake right now. An earthquake sometimes indicates an eruption, so I'm going to look around for the nearest volcano. I think that's it. And just kind of keep an eye out. If it starts smoking, we're going to have to get out of here. That means the eruption is imminent. Sometimes the earthquakes will just happen and there will not be an eruption, but it's probably about 50-50. So what I like to do is park pretty close to the... Oh, I just hit land. Whoops. So I usually like to park pretty close to the island so I don't have to like swim so far. It's just unfortunate and I happen to get a little too close there. And once I'm happy, I drop anchor. And I'll go down and check for damage, which will be a good opportunity to show you like how to fix that, where it's not combat and it's not all like scary. But you have to have wood in your inventory. So if you do not have like wood in your inventory, this won't work. So this is your wood barrel, you know, you'll want to keep that in the back of your mind. But yeah, you just come over here, hold down that button prompt until it's done. And if you look away, it'll stop. So you really have to be looking at it. And I like to keep that wood topped off at all times. And you just simply take that bucket out. And that's like the bottomless bucket, because wow, that scoops up a lot of water. And just go ahead and pitch that out the side there. So anyway, what we're doing, whoops, is we are trying to find that little X marks the spot. So I'm looking for the big rock clump, which is right there. And then that X marks the spot goes out to the side of that, which I think is this little jetty over here. And what I'm looking for is like the grass, the green spot, the foliage, kind of going back out that direction. So I think right about here. Got a better idea where I'm digging here. So then that's it, guys. You just kind of take out that shovel and you start digging. And you'll know when you hit the treasure because it'll like make a thud sound. There it is. Booyah, baby. Now I haven't seen any monsters pop up yet or skeletons or anything, but so Link Mario, good question. It's probably about average price right now. I think I spent 60 or 70 on it maybe, so it's right in the middle there. But you can spend a lot more money on it with the cosmetics. And again, I don't recommend that because you really don't need it. It doesn't give you any kind of advantage bonus, you know. It's just for cosmetics. And it can get really expensive. So anyway, once you get your treasure dug up, go ahead and get that sucker over to your ship. Now guys, remember, none of this stuff belongs to you until you get it sold. So this is where you can get attacked, your ship can get sunk, and you'll have to go back out and figure out where the ship went down and, you know, go back out into the water and get your treasure back on board. So the main goal is getting back safe and sound so you can get this stuff sold. Now I got lucky. I found an extra little piece of treasure here, a bait crate. Normally you have to like fill that up in order to sell it, I think. But I don't think it has to be completely full. There just has to be some bait in there. So anyway, yeah, I'll just go ahead and do that for a little bit of extra gold. In the very beginning of your game, the loot isn't going to be super exciting. It's just going to be kind of like low-hanging fruit. But the fun really is in just the pirating. I've had a blast playing this game. I gotta be honest, like when I first opened up and I saw the big open world and I started sailing the ship, I was like, oh my god, this is Wind Waker.
Riches is not over yet. If you want to be properly rewarded, sail to any outpost or port and seek the green canvas of a gold hoarder's tent. They'll take care of any chests you bring them and pay you a wealth of gold for your services. And as always, Keep a sharp lookout for pirates and you bring your haul to the outpost safely. I'll be waiting for you there.
You might have heard a wrapper crinkling in the background. That may or may not have been a big bag of M&Ms opening up. Nom, nom, nom. Oh, nuts. Those geysers are terrible. A lot of damage. Ow! Okay, but I definitely want to keep my pineapple. Get another one, and the mangoes are good too. So yeah, I've got some real good heals on me right now. The coconuts aren't bad. They're better than bananas, but it's still kind of like bottom of the barrel. And you can walk around, look for any other loose that might be hanging around. Oh, and if you see a little doohickey like this, now that has a fuse on it, so we're not going to do that. Because if that gets hit by an incoming attack, it'll blow your ship up. Not okay. But yeah, just kind of like look around, and sometimes you can see the loot from a distance. And yeah, anytime you see something like that to inspect, always do that. You see I just got like 10 doubloons there. The blue money. So yeah, just anytime you see anything out in the world, investigate. And sometimes you like actually have to read the thing. So yeah, just always investigate. Anything that's shiny, sparkly, looks like it warrants investigation. Now this is for the smugglers thing, and they're on different islands. They're not outposts. I normally don't get too wrapped up in that, but you can. Oh man. So yeah, the bad thing about the rum glass bottles, if a cannonball hits your ship, they start breaking. So it's not awesome. Okay, so again, the shiny stuff really... Now, I don't normally use these. They don't sell for much. But yeah, anything like that, you saw how it's kind of lit up there from a distance, and so is that. It looks like a Breath of the Wild style sparkly is what I used to call those. The sparkly. The sparkly! It's like a moth to a flame, guys. So much fun is this game. Okay, and cannonball stuff, I guess I'll go ahead and scoop all that up. So just to show you real briefly how the sleeping works, because you see I need to heal there, but I don't want to eat the good food that I've got. So I'll go down here and take a quick nap. And while he's snoring away, I'll come back on in here with you briefly. And I know I'm real dark in the image right now. It's because my TV's dark. I like the cookie. And as soon as that green bar shuts off, I know it's full. So Link Mario, it's actually cross-platform. I know it's on Switch 2. I'm not sure about Switch 1. You'll have to Google that. But it's definitely a cross-platform game. I think it's on all of them. PC, PS, Xbox, Switch 2, maybe even Switch 1. In fact, if anybody out there is watching this and you want to get in with me and do a little duos type thing on one of these boats, go ahead and leave a comment in the chat or in the comments below if this is after the live. And I'll see if we can't figure that out. Hey, American Justice, good to see you again. Glad to see you're doing well. Awesome. Yeah, I've been okay, just busy. A lot of life stuff gets in the way, so I had to tend to a few different matters there, but now I'm able to relax and let my hair down a little bit again. So these aren't actually M&Ms. It's like an off-brand, but the artificial dyes were bothering me, so I had to like find something more natural. So this is like naturally colored M&Ms, basically. So good. Toodles. All right, wake up. Get to work, you scurvy dog. So let's see here. Now I gotta go back to where we came from. I think that was back that way somewhere. Yeah, I think it was like right behind me. I'll go double check. Yep, pretty much. So we need to go southeast to get back to that outpost. And guys, there's a few different outposts on the map. So just to kind of show you here what's what. Anything with those big black icons, you can get your stuff sold at. So like the Ancient Spire outpost there is one. Plunder outpost is one. Not that one. It has to be an outpost. Or a port. Outpost or port. That's what you're looking for to get stuff sold. So yeah, you can see they're really around the map here. Guys, big open world. I can't stress that enough. Such a beautiful game. Really excited to show you some of this stuff. And the more you do and the more you get your reputation up, the more quests and stuff will open up to you. So let's go ahead and get spun around here. Hoist that anchor. Set that sail. Swab that deck. Okay, so you cannot actually swab the deck. I wish you could. Would have been kind of cool. Okay, what did I say? Southeast? Go ahead and put that back up a little bit. Yeah, we really got to make like a complete U-turn here. And I'm pretty sure that's my island there. I tend to overcorrect when I'm steering. I'm working on it. Oh, and wow, I'm really fighting the wind on this one. So yeah, unfortunately, sometimes the wind just will not cooperate, just like Wind Waker. You're fighting like right against it, barely moving. Yo-ho, me hearties, yo-ho! Cool thing is you... Oh, I forgot about the cosmetics. Oh no! I cannot believe I just did that. So if that happens, tee-hee-hee, there will be a mermaid that pops up. Wow, rookie mistake. I've only had this happen like twice. I hit the wrong button there and I jumped right off the ship. Wowzers. Okay, so yeah, it's telling you right there to interact with the mermaid. And he's got a little, like, smokestack coming up. Normally. There he is. Oh, and there's sharks, by the way. You can get chomped on. That's no fun. Okay, so we're back on our ship, safe and sound. Oh no. Yikes! Coming in hot. Oh, and anytime you see birds, not those birds, but like a flock of birds, like a whole bunch of them flying around in a circle, in a real tight circle, that's like a shipwreck. You can go investigate. You can swim down underwater, carry loot up. Hopefully I'll be able to find one of those pretty soon here and point that out. Okay, so I'm going to come in real slow, because you can save yourself a lot of time if you can get real close to the dock. Like real close to the dock, where you can just basically jump across onto the pier and back onto your ship. So that's the way I normally like to roll, especially PvP, because sometimes you got to get out of dodge quickly. There are certain players that like to island camp. I've ran into them a couple of times now. So I found that when you're docked in PvP... Oh, whoops. Hey, why didn't that anchor drop? Normally it doesn't go that far after you drop anchor. But anyway, I find that when I'm playing PvP, I like to park real close like that so I can, get back and forth quickly, get my stuff sold quickly. That way you're not wasting time swimming and stuff, or climbing ladders or whatever. But, what I normally do is I normally stay here with my anchor up, ready to go. But my sail is all the way up, so I'm actually not moving. Now, if you're there long enough, it'll start moving a little bit in time. But for the most part, it kind of stays put. So anyway, I leave the anchor up, ready to roll. That way, if I'm getting attacked by island campers, I can just jump on the ship, throw the sail down before they can kill me, and I'm already on my way. So that's my spiel on that. So let's see if we can get this bait crate sold. I think that goes to the Hunter's Call, maybe. It says representative of any company, which is weird. So I should be able to get... Maybe I have to unlock the tutorial thing first. Let's put that down for now. Let's go ahead and get this thing sold. Now this one has to go to the gold hoarders. And that's the one I usually work with because I just like the treasure hunting. Like, I feel like they're the most fun quests. And a lot of the quests are the same anyway, so no matter who you're working for.
Over here! You made it! Not all journeys end in gold and glory.
You see I'm getting gold there.
This one assuredly does. You'll find the gold hoarders in surroundings such as these at any outpost or point. Hand them that chest you found, and they'll pay you well. Bringing treasure to these gold-hungry traders will also
see that reputation going up.
And will earn promotions through their ranks. Do this, and you'll earn more rewarding voyages, rival treasures, as well as the chance to buy gold hoarder clothing and equipment. As soon as you're ready, return to your ship to embark on your next voyage.
Alright, thank you, Blackbeard. I think that's supposed to be Blackbeard. Anywho's, so you saw that reputation wheel going up. I wanted to make sure I called that out.
Down and a bond with a new trading company formed. You have done very well indeed. This world, our Sea of Thieves, is filled with opportunities. Official voyages for trading companies are not the only way to make a name for yourself. All these islands you explore, each shipwreck you dive to, every crew you encounter represents the possibility of gold, glory, and unforgettable stories. Messages in bottles glint on shorelines, containing clues to long-lost gold. And secret caverns hide the treasures and knowledge of ancient peoples. Skeletons stalk the shores, and monstrous beasts roam the waves, each protecting their own treasures. Strange clouds in the sky call to all lights from every part of the ocean, promising untold riches for the most daring and bold. And remember, never be afraid to leave the beaten path or see where the wind takes you, for adventure lies on unfamiliar shores.
Alright, hopefully he's done babbling now. So anyway, getting back to this, if you open your menu, you can go over to Reputation and see them all. So there's my gold hoarders. Notice that it says number 4 there on that wheel. So basically, every 5 you get a promotion. The promotions are what unlocks the new quests. So that's really what you want to focus on, is getting the stuff traded into this guy, get as much gold, and the gold correlates to reputation. So the better it sells, the more reputation you're going to get out of it. So if I turn in something that only sells for 1,000, that's a little bit of reputation. If I turn in something that sells for 5,000, that's a lot of reputation, and so on and so forth. So go ahead and open his shop, and it'll show the promotions tab there. And notice it says available at reputation level 5. So yeah, we're almost there. So I should be able to do one more quest here and get that turned into the gold hoarders. Now I don't think I can become an emissary. Only available in high seas. The emissary like doubles your golden reputation that you turn in. The bad thing about being an emissary is all the other players on the map can see you. So, you know, once you hit a certain level anyway, in the beginning they can't see you, but once you get it high enough they can. So then you kind of become a target. And I found if I just, you know, go out, do my looting really quick, get back, get it sold, 9 times out of 10 it works out just fine. So anyway, we're playing in safer seas, so I cannot do the emissary thing right now, so I'll have to, you know, just kind of creep it up for the time being. So I think that's pretty much it that I wanted to show you on land here. Now that I've got the tutorial done, let's see if I can't get this sold somewhere. See, I don't understand that. Maybe that's a gold hoarders thing, or maybe because it's not full. See, it says representative of any company, but nobody takes it. Maybe I'll try the tavern lady, because sometimes she takes things that nobody else will take. But she's not technically a company. She's like, she works for the Reapers, I think. Nope. Okay, whatever the reason, it's not taking my bait crate, so no reason to carry it around. Okay, so yeah, you can scoop up the quests from here. And you just basically have to look at the map, you know, try to figure out where it's at. And this is Devil's Roar. Wait. These are Devil's Roar, the ones with the little volcano icons. Everything else is not Devil's Roar, so that'll be like further west on the map. But for now, I'm just going to stick to quest. Now, before I actually set sail, I'm going to go ahead and open my quest board. Voyages. Oh, the Tall Tales, those are a lot of fun too, guys. They're like these big, long quest lines where you interact with NPCs. They kind of tell you what you need to do. A lot of times there's puzzles to solve. And guys, they are very Zelda-style puzzles. Like lighting torches, switches, you know, flipping switches in certain orders. It's just a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll be showing you that at some point too. But for today, I'll just stick to the voyages, you know, since we're just starting the game. So gold hoarders, the only thing I've got unlocked right now is a pirate's treasure map. So kind of like the same thing we just did. You see all these are locked out, and this is why the promotions are important. Because the higher up you get, the more valuable the loot becomes. Not only that, the higher up we get, the more of these it'll start unlocking, and these are a lot of fun. Like, talk about Zelda-style puzzles and riddles and stuff. Oh yeah. And now we can actually dive to our location, and guys, this is so cool. You are in for a real visual treat here. So I don't need to worry about the map, but I'm going to look at it anyway. Because if I can find another map here that looks like that island, I'll go ahead and do it while I'm there. Might as well. 2 birds, 1 stone. Okay, no. Too bad, so sad. But sometimes it'll work out that way, so always check. And for now, all we got to do is set sail. When you're playing player-on-player PvP, shut these lanterns off, because they can see those from a distance. But here, you know, in safer seas, I'll just leave them on. And basically, in order to do the dive thing, we got to get out to open sea. So we won't fast travel here until... I think I just broke my ship again. There's a hole in the ship, Captain! Go ahead and keep that topped off. It's okay if the water stays in there, it doesn't really hurt much as long as it's not a lot. I'll just go ahead and bucket it out. I need to put my anchor up. I must have been a little too close to the dock that time. It didn't like something about that. I've actually never had that happen before. But, yeah, it must have been overlapping with a build or something, and it was pushing it out. Off we go. I'll put that up a little bit, hopefully, so we can see what we're doing a little bit better. Uh-oh, there's an eruption about to happen. That's okay, we'll be out of here in a moment. Like, how cool is that? For those of you that watched Pirates of the Caribbean movies and loved them, there's a lot of elements in here. In fact, some of those quests I was showing you, the Tall Tales, there's actually some based on Captain Jack Sparrow and the Flying Dutchman and the whole nine. In fact, me and some family played one of those, the first one, and it felt just like being in the movie. It was so much fun. I'm really excited to show you guys those. Alright, I'm just going to pop us like right in front of the island we need to be at. Uh-oh. Almost biffed it again. Perfect. Alright, what am I doing here? Oh. Yeah, you're going to have pop-up enemies like this. You got specters like this that'll pop up. There will be like skeleton type enemies that pop up. They're low threat. Yeah, they'll do a little bit of damage, but they're not terrible. When it gets a little hairy is when there's like multiples of them. Sometimes then I'll run back to my ship and I'll pluck them off with my sniper. You know, it's safer. That way you're not taking incoming damage that way. I missed. So where those little cracks in the glass in the scope are, where they all converge, that's about where your crosshair is. And I think you can even see the bullet. So yeah, right there. That looks like another explodey barrel. And not always, but sometimes these things will drop loot. Thought there was one behind me. And you see those ammo pouches, they give you a top off as well, which is really nice. So even though you only got 5 shots, the ammo usually gets replenished as you go. Usually. Doesn't always work out to your advantage, but... Ooh, fireworks are a lot of fun. I'll show you guys that here at some point. Firework case. Now these I know we can sell. I think those go to the merchants. Oh, another little tip. I always put my loot on the side of the boat that I'm not trying to steer with. So just by, you know, muscle memory, I always go to my right to use my sails. Sometimes I know if I'm, or sometimes I realized if I was putting loot down over here, I'd go to, you know, move the sail and it would try to open a chest or something. I'm like, oh man, and when you're like getting attacked, you know, that's kind of like a big deal, so yeah, good times. I guess I can't unload that. So I'll show you guys this firework real quick. It's just a fun thing in the game. And they get bigger and better. These are like the little ones, so it's just a real quick single type thing. But the bigger ones, they're a lot of fun to watch. They really go for a while. I always like to keep my cannons armed and ready. Alright, let's get to our treasure hunting, shall we? So I'm looking for the center island with the big rock. I think that's it. And it looks like right over here next to this littler one. Right about here, maybe? Hey! First try! Look at me go! Uh-oh. Yeah, that's gonna happen too sometimes. When you pick up your chest, sometimes the skellies will come out and play. Ouch! Bro! Thought we were friends. Should probably eat something, get a little health built up. Oh, you can actually cook snakes and stuff, like any meat. So, yeah, I'm going to pick up a couple of snakes and get some meat cooked. The good thing about the meat is it heals you twice for one inventory slot. Not only that, it gives you an extra buffer. So, let's see what else I can get rid of here. Okay, that cage, I don't do that because you have to take those back. You have to catch a chicken, and yeah, they die, and they don't always make it back to get sold, so I'm not even going to bother. Again? Oh, this is a different type of enemy. Yeah, I'm going to go back to the ship for this one. These are a little bit tankier, a little tougher to kill. Sometimes you can get lucky and get the cannon shots in and really get them killed quickly. I don't think I'm aimed right for all that. I am not. But remember what I said, as long as the sail is all the way up, you can spin the ship around without going anywhere. So if you want to aim your cannons a little better, you can actually do that. Now, of course, I can just take out my rifle and do it that way, but I want to show you guys another option here while I'm at it. Okay, so just get that sucker spun around until I feel like I can actually hit that. That ought to do. Ah, man, this other one came closer. Jeepers. Ah, I wasn't quite there. Okay, you know what? That's how you do it anyway. And headshots, I think, give you extra damage. Now, I don't see stats or anything for that, but it seems like the more headshots I get, the quicker they die. Maybe. Possibly. So that took 4 shots in the face. Now, he's got a shield on. That's not awesome. I don't know why I feel like I have to keep opening that barrel. Oh, wait. He might have just come into my line of fire. Okay, I think I hit him on the first hit there, but I wanted to be sure. Well, I had a good aim on him. And they usually drop gems, which sell for a lot of money. It looks like I got another baddie over there. Oh man, no ammo. Really? Wow, man, the monsters are really popping out today. See, during PvP, it's normally not this bad. It's more rare, really. Like, I can't even go over there and get my chest right now. This is ridiculous. I probably missed him. He ain't dead yet. It looks like he was a 3-shot. Ouch. Oh yeah, that'll electrocute you, by the way. That ball thing, if it hits you. And wow, not one of those enemies has dropped a gem yet. All that killing I just did. That's very unusual. And it might just be because I'm early game right now. That might have something to do with it. But normally they drop a grip of good stuff. Alright. Let's see if I can get this done now. Wowzers. And some of these chests you can open. They'll store 3 smaller items. And sometimes they have gold in there you can scoop up. These chests are basically enclosed. You cannot open these. But yeah, there would be a button prompt there saying you can open it. If it was openable. Okay, so I should have one more buried treasure here, and I think that's on this shore. Right by this tree. Closer to the water. Let's see if I hit it. Oh yeah! Look at me go! This time I'm not getting bothered by skellies. Alright, that's it. Now that completes the quest, so I should get a little bit of Gold Hoarder's reputation there for completing that. And then once we go back to the Gold Hoarders and sell these, it'll go up even more. Okay, so that goes up a little bit. And let's see, to get this stuff sold, I need to go to the nearest... I have no idea where I'm at right now. Okay, looks like I'm about center, maybe right of center, but way up to the north. I'm up here in the wild, so I need to find the nearest post. Wow, none of them are super close, but I think this is probably going to be my best bet right here at Daggertooth. So it looks like that's hard south, maybe just right of that. Passing by Blind Man's Lagoon. And again, before I take off, I'll just make sure I'm not missing any loose stuff, some extras. And I'll probably stop at that other island along the way. Before I go, I'm going to show you guys the cooking. So I was talking about this earlier, then I got sidetracked with my brains. But the cooking is good because look at the inventory here. It's tight. Now the pineapples are good. You can heal 2 times off 1 pineapple. So that's best bang for the buck. You know, as far as inventory space goes. Same thing with the meat, but you also get an extra buffer. So, like, it'll heal you, and then it'll, like, leave some in, like, a little reserve tank, and it'll heal you after you take damage, after you stop taking damage for a few seconds. So that's definitely my go-to is the meat. And you kind of have to watch it. And I'll show you guys a trick to the cooking here. You really have to watch it. And what's going to happen is, see how it's smoking right now? I pay attention to the smoke. So right now you see there's a lot of white smoke coming up. And what we're going to have to do is just kind of wait that out a little bit. Because the bad thing is if you eat undercooked meat, it makes you vomit. It actually throws up. It's disgusting. So anyway, what I'm going to do here is wait for that white smoke to go away. And it'll happen on the left first because I put that one down first. Any minute now. It's okay. Take your time. Nobody's waiting. There. See how that smoke just kind of tapered off? And it'll happen over here too. But now notice how it's really billowing. So after it really billows, I give it about 10 more Mississippis. Maybe 5 or 10 more Mississippis. And then I take it off before it burns. And that's how you know it's well cooked. That should be good to go to eat. That will not make us sick. And I'll show you what I mean about that little extra buffer there. I'll go ahead and eat a little bit, even though I don't need to. See that little green wheel that started going around the skull? I'll show that one more time. It just went up a little bit more. So that's the reserve tank, basically. So now if I take a little damage, you know, and that damage isn't coming in anymore for a few seconds, it'll start automatically replenishing my health bar, which is awesome! Alright, moving right along here. Oh man, really? Actually, this is good. Maybe I'll get some gems. Come on, baby. Papa needs a new boat. No gems. Unbelievable. I cannot believe I'm not getting the goods here. Aw, man. Too bad my cannons are not pointed that direction. This would be a real quick fist fight if they were. You can actually shoot right out of your cabin here, which is kind of funny, I think. One down. That other one should be a pretty quick kill. I still didn't see a gem fall, which is really saddening. Uh-oh, he did not die. He's still... okay. Wow, not one. Yeah, it's got to have something to do with it being an earlier game. Ouch. I just shot him in the kneecap. Ah! He's coming! The bad thing about these things is they spit that venom at you, and it's like a cloud of poison or something. Now watch that automatic healing kick in here in a couple of seconds. Oh, and he finally dropped a gem. Awesome. And those sell for a pretty penny. So yeah, that definitely worked out. Finally, I get to show you this. Normally, after killing that many monsters like that, I would have probably 3 or 4 of those at least. Like, that was silly. And with all that action, I forgot where I was going. South, slightly right of south. Okay. Pretty much already pointing that way. So you can play this single, solo? Absolutely. I've been doing it, I've been having a blast. But I've also played it with family, and it was a lot easier, because you don't have to do all this stuff yourself. So yeah, just bear that in mind. Like, it's going to be heavy on the multitasking aspect, because you're going to be getting a shot, you have to go down, repair the hole, you got to bucket the water out, you got to arm the cannons, you know, you got to make sure you're not going to crash into an island, you still got to steer the ship. So yeah, it's just... it's a party. Go down and check my course here. Yeah, we got a little ways to go. Wish I could get the sails in a better... yeah, I'm really fighting the wind again. Maybe this time I won't jump off the ship by accident? Yo ho ho ho, a pirate's life for me. Man, I need to do something about my cosmetics. I know I talked about that. Maybe I'll show you that now. There's a vanity chest down below where you can change like the hair, the color, the beard, the mustache. Where are you? Right over there. Hopefully I don't crash into an island while I'm doing this. But yeah, that whole El Chapo mustache, that thing's got to go. Maybe that's a little better. And the hair, I need a man bun. I just don't feel like myself without a man bun. Uh-oh, am I about to crash? No. It wouldn't hurt to check my bearing, though. Okay, I need to go a little more right. We're almost there, guys. Actually, that's it right there. Normally, if you can see that tower, all the outposts have those. That's kind of like a visual beacon that you know you're going to the right island. So now let's see what my pirate looks like. That's better. See, he's happy. I'll probably change my hair color at some point. I'm feeling blonde. That's probably the way to go. And my cup just runneth dry. I need coffee. I can't believe I haven't seen seagulls yet. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to stay away from those. That's a big fist fight, and that's tough to do when you're one ship. See, I'm going to avoid that for right now at all costs. Oh wow, we are coming in hot. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, you do not want to park. Oh, there's birds. Actually, we're going to go there first. Since I'm in safer seas, I can get away with this. Now, if I was playing PvP, guys, I would just be going in and getting my stuff sold. Then I would come back to that. But here in safer seas, we should have a little bit of wiggle room to go get that done. At worst, a skeleton ship can pop up. But, I really wanted to show you these sunken treasures, these shipwrecks. Okay, right in front of me, almost. Little ways away, I can start to see him now. But yeah, anyway, the reason being is because on most of the outposts, that building there with that big tall tower sticking up, you have to walk farther to get your stuff sold. Most of them. Now this one island here might be the exception. I think it's like right in the middle, so it probably doesn't matter. But just general rule of thumb, you want to be as quick as, or as close as possible to your selling point. And get that stuff downloaded for sure. What is that? Oh, we got a couple of shipwrecks right here. The barrels I normally don't go out of my way for, but if I see like a message in a bottle, or just, you know, loose loot sitting there, I'll go for it. I don't see anything like that, so I'm not going to waste time. Where did them birds go? Or maybe these were the birds. No, there's more. Okay. Yeah, still right in front of me. Put your back into it! Oh, and by the way, when there's two people playing, that anchor goes up like twice as fast. It's awesome. Okay, wow, I probably need to put that sail up. I'm coming in awful fast. Yikes! I'm gonna overshoot! No! No, maybe not. I got lucky. Normally I like to like slow down way before I get there, because you can crash into that, do some damage. It's not awesome. But I got really lucky this time. So anyway, yeah, welcome to a shipwreck. Again, if you're playing PvP, keep an eye on the horizon. Make sure you don't have anything inbound. The skeleton ships, unfortunately, you can't always see them coming. They pop up from underneath the waves. But the good thing is some music or something will pop off and let you know that's about to happen. And these are designed to be super spooky, super creepy, and that's okay. And sometimes there'll be some loose stuff floating, like just out here on the deck, so look around. I think I see something as a matter of fact. And the orientation of this ship can be upside down, it can be right side up, it can be on its side like this one. It's very disorientating. I don't think I said that right. It's very disorienting. There. I said orientating. Okay, wow, this is a weird shipwreck. Okay, so there are bubbles. See how I just took a breath there? The screen kind of got funny. That's a replenishment on your breath. Yes, you have a limit here of how long you can be underwater. So I always like to know where those bubbles are so I can get a quick breath of air. Okay, looks like we got a loose chest sitting there. I'll have to come back for that. Awesome. Unfortunately, it's kind of a slow process. There's no real fast way to do this unless you got a couple of people working with you. You just got to go through the motions, you know, take the time to swim in there, get the goods, swim back, rinse, lather, repeat. Where's that chest? Marauder's chest. That'll sell a little bit better, I think, than the previous chest that we sold. Well, we'll be able to compare that, actually, because I've got 2 of those sitting on the deck right now. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for the cabin. Now we can go below decks. And normally above this table, there's always air bubbles. Ooh, guys, trident. So you can aim it and shoot, and where that little light beam is the direction it goes. So it's kind of like your crosshairs. But yeah, that's a good weapon to have. In fact, if I had that with those monsters, those would have been very quick fist fights. Now you can sell this, but it only sells for like 300 gold, give or take. So I find it's more valuable just to keep it on my ship. The only bad thing is if you're going to go under the waves to fast travel, it'll go away. So you can only really keep this with you as long as you're not going to use the fast travel. Oops. Wrong directions. And let's see here. A lot of skulls. And that's typical of shipwrecks. And these go to the souls vendor. The Order of the Souls. Uh-oh, how do I get out? Where's the hole? I feel like the where's the beef lady. I think I just went down another deck, jeepers. There we go. I think I was right by it. Alright, maybe I won't get every little thing. I mean, I kind of have to show you guys, you know, to unlock my quests. But this is basically it. Like, rinse, lather, repeat, get everything out of here that you can. I'm going to skip the skulls for now and just go... Ooh, that's a good chest right there, guys. That one sells for like 5 Gs. That is really going to bump up our reputation like a mind-boggling amount, especially early game. It gets harder to level the more you level. Like, you need better and better stuff as you go. So, like, the stuff we've been selling now, when you get up to, like, level 40, that's barely going to make a dent. But these blue chests right here, they are real good. Yeah, I've heard that Elite Dangerous is a lot of fun there, Atlantis. I played it years and years ago, and it was fun, but I didn't like not being able to get out and explore planets and stuff, so I think I just kind of stuck to No Man's Sky at that point. But, yeah, it was a lot of fun when I did play it. Like, I enjoyed the space combat. In fact, a couple of folks now have reached out on email and asked me if I wouldn't do a walkthrough on that someday. I don't know, maybe. I don't know the game that well. You know, I'd have to learn it a little better to get some tricks and tips and stuff together, but... yeah, I do remember having fun with it, though. Okay, it looks like I pretty much got this floor cleared out. I think that's a pretty good selling skull. Ashen. But I want to go down one more deck and see what else we might have. Because the lower deck, there's like a brig, I guess. And that's usually where the more valuable stuff is kept. Usually, not always. Like, this might be the exception here. But 9 times out of 10, it's usually worth taking the time to come down this far. It looks like I didn't get anything fabulous. Wood crate. I don't really see anything else in here. And honestly, the wood crates and stuff are for the merchant guild. I don't normally deal with them. So this might be a waste of my time here. Yeah, Atlantis, I mean, it is and it isn't. You know, No Man's Sky is pretty basic. I don't like the combat in the game. The whole fighting drone enemy type stuff, it just never really appealed to me. But I did like the open explorer element. You know, just being able to fly to any planet, any solar system you wanted, see what's what. I loved the building. That was a big allure to me in No Man's Sky, was just base building. I loved it. In fact, I probably spent most of my hours doing that than anything else in the whole game. Just a lot of fun. I also liked, you know, being able to buy frigates and freighters and stuff. Oh yeah. I like how it's all creepy. You know, you hear like the wood creaking. They play that eerie music in the background. Definitely makes you feel like you're in a legit shipwreck here. I'm just taking one more look around, make sure I'm not missing anything valuable. Oh, look at that. If I can get it. Sweet. I think there was one more crate in there somewhere. I can't believe I haven't had a pirate ship pop up yet, or a skeleton ship. Then again, it's early game. See, I think the longer you're in and the higher your reputations get, the more that attacks like that increase. Because it seems like in my other game file, it's been happening more frequently lately. Well, I'm getting turned around in here a lot. There we go. Yeah, I'm really not seeing anything else, which is kind of disappointing, just that crate. Okay, so nothing super valuable in this one, except for that one blue chest I mentioned. Speaking of creepy music, that's the stuff of nightmares right there. That might mean there's a shark nearby, I don't know. Time to go! Yikes! I feel like something's gonna chew my foot off. Alright. Now that's, you know, we can't open that. That's just for selling fine ore. But the crates you can open. Uh-oh. Oh, I know what that music was. It was sirens. So there's mermaid people that'll come up and attack you. And you can kill them. Sometimes they'll drop... sometimes they'll drop a gem, like a mermaid gem. Or a siren stone. I don't know what they're always called, but... they'll pop up, you know, and fire a couple of shots at you here and there. There you are. Oh, no bullets! What? Who did that? This guy. Wow, I am that guy. Go to take a shot and you don't have any ammo. Where you at, Poppy? The bad thing is it's like playing a whack-a-mole. You gotta be quick to pop them when they do pop up. Come on. I might have missed my chance. They don't stick around forever. But yeah, they're pretty common around shipwrecks. I probably should have mentioned that earlier. Anywho, enough of that. Let's go back to our island, shall we? Get the stuff sold. And I'm going that way. So I need to hang a sharp left, it looks like. Wow, I got a lot of stuff to sell here, guys. This is really going to bump some reputations up. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, light my fire. I'm going to have to fix that sail. Just like Wind Waker. I gotta tell you guys, I have so many flashbacks to playing that game while I'm playing this game. Pretty much every time I'm sailing around for one thing. Then just exploring the islands. There's so many islands here to explore, like the game really stays fresh for a good long while. And I probably still haven't even seen them all. I don't know where my dock is. Maybe on the other side. Oh, there it is. Nice and slow approach. This is a really funky dock. I actually hate parking here. Especially PvP, it's tough to get away from unless you park all the way out at the end. Look at that, there's some free floating loot down there. I'll make sure I didn't damage anything. No, good to go. Alright, first things first. Now, if you're playing PvP, you're going to want to get your most valuable stuff off the ship first. For me, hands down, no brainer. That's this big, beautiful blue thing right here. And this is the one island where it's like a really long ways to go to get the stuff sold. So there's the Gold Hoarder's tent. Again, it's kind of like right in the middle of the two docks. So this is the one island where it doesn't really help you to go around. But let's see how much we got out of this sucker. 3,000, okay. Those normally sell for 5, but maybe that's, you know, as you get your reputation up higher, you get paid better. Ooh, a message in a bottle. Check that out. That's usually going to be a map. Ooh, guys, and I just pushed that over 5. Okay, these are... I'm not going to track that down. That's that smuggler stuff I was talking about. I could really care less. Now, normally I wouldn't recommend carrying bomb barrels on the boat, because if you get knocked by a cannonball, that can send that whole thing up, and then it blows your ship up. So now these do sell... But I normally don't recommend, you know, hauling them back on your ship to sell them. But if they're around, you know, you might as well get some free gold out of the deal. Atlantis, you're saying a better game to do on stream or in your opinion, would be Star Citizen. I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to Google that. Oh wait, I can't sell that? Oh, it's a merchant. Okay. Yeah, that, I'll have to Google that. Star Citizen. And it looks like there's my merchant. Oh, it's Hunter Cheapers. There's my merchant. So you don't get a lot, but, you know, every little bit helps, especially early game. Okay, that'll sell at the merchant for a pretty penny. I hope. And also, the bad thing about this whole, you know, dumping your loot off is you cannot sprint while you're carrying chests or crates. So it just really slows it down. It becomes a process. Okay, so we got a sailor's chest and a marauder's chest. I'm really curious to see, like... And I think these have to be full in order to sell them. Crate is not full. Yep, I had a bad feeling. Wow, I really didn't get many cannonballs. You know what, I'm not going to bother. This is going to take too long. If anything, I'll take my cannonballs back. But that's how you would do it. You would just fill it up basically with cannonballs, and you can take them off your ship too if you need to. Get that sucker sold. This one here does not have to be full. But before I actually sell that, I want to get the big ones. I want to show you guys the big fireworks because they're fun. How cool is that? And the big ones do different things. It's not always animals, you know, it might just be like a grand finale type of fireworks show. I've had a lot of fun with them. I know it's not the point of the game, but... I was actually lighting fireworks one day after I was playing the PvP mode. You know, I had already sold all my stuff. I was just sitting here, I was eating dinner, and I had a couple of fireworks, so I just start shooting them, and another player came over to watch. He didn't attack me, he didn't kill me. It was kind of funny, really. I guess he figured I didn't have anything, otherwise I wouldn't be shooting fireworks off. Oh yeah, what am I doing here? Let's get this sold. And now that I've got my reputation over 5, I can actually show you guys when I go back to that gold hoarder's tent. Dude, that sold for 1,000. Not bad. I got 2 more crates to sell here. And then I'll get to work on the gold hoarder, and then I can get that promotion, and I'll show you guys what that unlocks. We're going to go out on a new adventure. It'll be a little bit more involved than just going out for a simple chest. It might be the same type of thing, only in the Devil's Roar, which that opens up, you know, new challenges. Wait, wood crate? That might have to be full too. It's close. Daggone it. So I need like 3 more pieces of wood. There we go. So it's about 1,000 also. So yeah, probably worth it. And I want to compare the prices between the Marauder's chest and the other ones. I think this one sells better. And since I'm not playing PvP, I can actually just set these down. I can leave them unattended. They're not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to do this all at once. But the first thing I want to show you guys is the promotion. So go ahead and open his shop, go to promotions, go ahead and claim that sucker. And if you really want to buy the stuff that just unlocked, you can do that in his store, company shop. And it'll show you everything that's unlocked that you can purchase. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It's just for aesthetics. Yeah, so feel free to buy things to your heart's content. Now, if you want to buy your own ship, because right now this is a chartered ship. But if you want to buy your own and customize it, and it'll stay that way every time, I think it's 150 Gs to buy the little one. So keep that in mind. You know, if you'd rather just buy your own ship, you can do that. But it ain't cheap. And then the middle-sized ship, I want to say, is like 350,000. And the large-sized ship is about 500,000. Now that might sound like big numbers, but guys, in my other save file, I already have like over 1 billion gold. It just comes fast, so yeah. Yeah, this is really the only thing about the game that I don't necessarily like. Is it takes forever to download. I feel like I spend as much time doing this as I do just playing the game and having fun. So, yeah, it's not my favorite part of the game, but it's a necessary part of the game. And I get why they do it. When you're playing PvP, it gives, you know, pirates a chance to pirate you, basically. Kill you, take your stuff, and you can do the same to others, of course. You can form alliances, but a lot of people do that just to be able to stab you in the back. So they'll pretend to be your friend, they'll pretend to help you, but when it comes to like downloading the loot, then they'll shoot you, kill you, sink your ship, and just turn everything in for themselves. Which is kind of silly, because when you're allied, you get a 50% increase to everything the other person is turning in. So like, yeah, they probably make a little bit more money the first time they do that to you, but then the alliance breaks and you don't do that with them anymore. Instead, you know, they should have just left me alive. I would have just been hauling loot back in that whole day. And they would have been making free money that whole day, so... But I guess they just don't trust that you're not going to do the same to them, so... I don't know, I've been cautioned by other players, don't do alliances because it usually turns sour. I don't personally play that way, but... that's the game. Alright, there's one more gold hoarder item there, and I think that's it. And I could actually sell that too, but again, I'm not. I want to keep that staff. I want to show you guys that in some combat, hopefully here on our next little excursion. Oh, the cool thing about these one-handed items is you can sprint with them. And jump, and get away quick if you have to. And I haven't been able to show you guys a skeleton follower yet. You can actually hand them loot, and they'll follow you around with it, and then you can take it back from them. So let's see how much this stuff sells for. There's the Siren Gem. 1,500, not bad. Another 1,000, not bad. Okay, Sailor's Chests, I think they sell for about 1,000. Yeah, about 1,000, and then the Marauder's Chest. 300? What? Who put that there? Okay, so I take back everything I said about the Marauder's Chest selling better than what we had been turning in. Apparently they are garbage. Okay, now that reputation is really going to go up. And while that's tinking, I am going to get back here to the ship and show you guys Okay, that didn't go up a lot. I was actually expecting a lot better there. Show you guys the stuff we just unlocked. So go to the Gold Hoarder. That's what we get there. Captain's Treasure Map. So now these will sell better. And there's usually more than one. 3. So yeah, we're going to get 3 chests this time. So not only do they sell better, we're going to get more of them. And this is where it's really going to help our reputation to go up. And I'm probably going to have to sail there so that I don't lose my staff, because I want to be able to show you guys that in some combat. So now let's see where we're heading. Wow, that one does not come right to mind. That ain't it. It's not going to be an outpost. I don't think I've been to this island yet, guys. This might be a new one for me. That'll be fun. Go explore a new island together. Oh, yeah. If I can find the thing. There it is right there. Okay, never mind. I have been here. Shipwreck Bay. So let's see here. That is hard. Oh, it's close. Awesome. Okay, so another good thing about that being close is our quest board out here might actually have more. So we might be able to pull up a whole bunch more treasure off that island than just the quest that I picked up. Oh yeah, we need the souls. The souls guy on this island is like above me somewhere there. There's our Harry Potter house. And again, I'm going to kind of do the same thing. I'm going to turn them in all at once. Wait, where's my quest board? No shipwreck. Doggone it. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. And guys, I might have to get up and get a new cup of coffee here, like... Go water the horses. Water in, water out. But first I want to get this stuff sold. And then while the little cutscene stuff is playing, I can go do all that. Ah. Wow, a lot of barrels here. Some docks are better than others. Whoopsie! Okay, 2 more, baby. So I think what I'll do here is just show you guys another one here in Safer Seas. And then I'll go over to High Seas and show you guys some of the other stuff that I've unlocked. Because there's a lot there. Like, oops. Look at that muscle memory kicking in. Because I've got just about everything unlocked on that side of things. And there's a lot of options. You can do raids. You can go to like underwater siren dens, which is really cool. You can go do like an underwater... It's like a giant seashell that you have to swim into, and there's puzzles in there to do. I can't remember what those are called, but yeah, just so much fun. There's a lot to this game. Like this, what I'm showing you guys today is really just the beginning. It's just the basics. Going out, finding buried treasure. So when I come back on, I'll probably show you guys some of that more advanced stuff. In fact, I'm not even sure how long I've been on today. I used to be able to see a timer on my studio app. Wow, these are selling good. Look at that, 5Gs, couple of them. Hot dog. That's going to be a lot of reputation there for the Souls party. Okay, make sure I'm topped off on loot. And we're ready to rock and roll. I think I've done everything I need to do here. You already checked the maps. Ooh, there goes that reputation. Now, it jumps really fast in the very beginning, but once you get that first promotion, then it really starts slowing down. So it's like they give you a solid, you know, getting you to that first promotion. But then after that, it starts really tanking. So it looks like it moves really fast in the beginning. But above level 5, it slows down, and you really got to start grinding. And that's where being an emissary is more helpful, because it doubles the reputation and it doubles the gold you get. So I'll go ahead and get my promotion. Booyah. And again, we have to be in high seas to do that emissary thing. So yeah, maybe I'll jump over there now. Actually, I'll think about that while I'm doing my water break. Excuse me. And I really need that water break, so yeah, I'm going to go do that now. In the meantime, I'll bring you whatever is going on in the background while I'm away. And I'll do a little dance. He's so happy. That one was a little full. Alright guys, back in the saddle again. Hope you're enjoying the game here. It's probably more fun to play than to watch, maybe. I don't really know. I haven't watched it yet, but... Alright. And of course I've got my emergency chocolate here because I have not eaten breakfast yet. I actually woke up and I was really feeling streaming today, so I didn't even think about breakfast, if I'm being totally honest. Wasn't even a thought in my mind. Oh wow, that's really tough. Because I like the cookie. Alright, rock and roll. Toodles. Let's see if I can't figure out how long I've been on. Oh, there's really no clock. Hey, hello to you too. Who is that? Imbler. I'm terrible with pronouncing names. But welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Alright, folks, I'll go ahead and show you that map, or the, whoop, there we go, jumping off the ship again. I'll show you guys that. I already did. Never mind. We're already ready to go. That's right, I have to go south. It's all coming back to me now. Make sure the sail's all the way up. If I remember right, I said southwest maybe? Before I start sailing the wrong direction. Okay, yeah, we're good. Alright, let her rip. Set those sails, hoist those anchors, swab that deck. You scurvy dog. Scallywag. Arr. Hollow leg. Ooh, what is this? Stop! If that's a message in a bottle, sometimes they'll show you a real good treasure map. There's like 4, maybe 5 treasure on one island, and they're usually pretty valuable. So yeah, if I see a message in a bottle, I usually go out of my way for that. Tough to get in the ocean because it's like not holding still. Hopefully I don't get chomped on here. I can't believe I haven't seen a shark yet. They're usually around. I got another one of these smugglers things. Yeah, that can go away. Ah, check this out. Megalodon attack. Now, I don't normally mess with these. I actually got into combat with one once just to see what it would do if I killed it. Ooh, look at that. There's shiny stuff. But anyway, they don't always chew my ship up. And when you get close to islands, they leave you alone. So you can normally just outrun them. Case in point, he's breaking off his attack there. So I'm getting close. Uh-oh, getting close to land. tough to park your ship here because of all the jaggedy rocks where you're like super close to shore. And you saw something shiny already showing up. Okay, so here's one of these chests you can actually open. They don't always have stuff in them. Haha, but I got some gold. And stuff like that usually sells pretty good. So yeah, we're going to keep that for sure. Hopefully I can find you guys one of the skeleton followers I was talking about. Oh, yikes! No! If that blows up near my ship, it's going to do a lot of damage. Okay, we got a captain over here. That's good. They definitely are worthwhile for loot. And I can't even detonate that here. Like, that's way too close to the ship. Those barrels there are worse than the red ones. They have a really big explosion radius. And I wonder if I can even lower him over to the captain. And hopefully not blow myself up in the process. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, light my fire. Uh-oh. Out of my way, dude! Oh, man. Okay, that didn't work out. Leave me alone, bro. I gotta deal with Barrel Boy over there. Oh, man. Okay, so there's another way you can do this. Ouch. 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 Please don't detonate the barrel, dude. Okay. And hopefully I can do this without blowing myself up in the process. Ouch. Oh, good times, good times. But at least I didn't blow up my ship. And now we get to go see if... if that actually killed the captain in one hit. So yeah, apparently I was not exaggerating when I said that has a really big explosion radius. Like, ouch! Okay, so as long as your ship is intact, you're always going to respawn back on your ship. Yep, it got him. Sweet. Actually. Sometimes these are treasure maps, so I always look and see what we get here. Sweet! So there's another treasure for us. Usually pretty good, too. And I guess I'll start sticking skulls in the corner here. Okay, you're going to see NPCs on islands like this sometimes. Always talk to them. Sometimes they'll unlock some kind of metal or something. You just never know.
Welcome.
I don't think that did anything. Not much going on here to interact with. Okay, so I'm looking for a sparkly, but a red sparkly. That might be it right there. Let's go over there and see if that's a skeleton I can dig up. Ooh, what's this? Yeah, snake baskets. You can catch snakes, too. Okay, good. That is a skeleton I can dig up. So check this out. you can revive these guys and they help you out. So just to show you how this works, this can save you a lot of time while you're treasure hunting. Go ahead and dig him up. He gets all excited to be your partner. He's in green writing. That's how you know he's an ally. So any ally is going to be green writing above their heads in their name tag or whatever. So go ahead and break out that treasure map that I just picked up that only has the 1 on it. While you're holding that map, you can interact and it'll have a new button prompt there, show map. So go ahead and go over close to him. He'll look at it. And off he goes. Now 9 times out of 10 this works. Every once in a while, he'll just kind of shrug his shoulders like he doesn't know. That's kind of annoying. But most of the time, he's going to take you right to it. Okay, so that is not a very valuable chest. That's just a crate for the merchants. Normally, when you kill a captain, they give you something more worthwhile. Ooh, that's a good thing. So some cannonballs have like superpowers. You can like disable their sails, you can kill their rudder, just different things like that. So yeah, that's a good crate. There's even some meat in there, already cooked. Look at that. Nice. Okay, another thing the Skelly can do, you can hand him an item. So notice now I'm carrying this and it's got a new button prompt there. The bad thing is sometimes if he gets into combat with you, he'll drop that. Then you have to figure out where it was he dropped it. That's not always awesome. But yeah, for the most part, he'll hold on to that. And really help you out. Okay, got a full ammo crate here. We can go ahead and sell that for sure. Oh, he will not cross water with it, though. That's the bad thing. So if you have to actually swim and you cannot get there on your own 2 feet, that's as far as he can go. But what they do is, after, I don't know, 10 or 20 seconds or so, they'll respawn themselves on the island you're on. So it looks like he just popped up over there. Bring me my chest. Thank you, sir. Give me that. So especially if you're playing solo, that's huge, guys. That'll really speed things up for you. Alright, let's go ahead and go back over to the mainland. I need to figure out where these other chests are. And by this map, it's really tough to figure out where I'm at. I think I'm on the northern edge. Uh-oh. Ah! He despawned right before I was able to plug him. Where did he go? There you are. Ah! Come out and fight like a man. Where did he go? There you are. Oh, he just shot that dude in the face and he's like, whatever. Okay, so I think this is where I'm at, where this is like close enough to make it look like it's together on the map. On the northern edge. Yeah, that's definitely here. And there's a treasure chest right by me, according to this. Maybe right here? Booyah! I love it when a plan comes together. I just made 1,000 gold for doing that. Sweet. It seems like my entire game has been nighttime. Has it been daytime yet? See Master's Chest. Now, of course, you don't just have to come here for the chests. Whoops. The map chests. You know, there's plenty of other things you can do on these islands, too. You can really look around. You can clear out the barrels and stuff. You can find buried treasure just by randomly digging. Although that's tough to do. It's more rare. You can just look around for loose crates and loose chests. They're around. You can find, like, mobile cannons you can pick up and sell. You just never know. Okay, so from that point to that big rock right south of that. So there's that big rock. So south of that big rock. I got an ammo crate there. Might as well top off. Oh, there's another skelly. Oh no, never mind. Chicken. Actually, I'm going to show this one to the skeleton because I don't feel like I know where this is. Where are you going? Oh, he was actually going there? What's going on here? Yeah, that was it. Wow, I was right on it. Oh yeah, and he helps you dig too. Put your back into it. You took too long. So you can actually go around with your sword or just shoot the chickens or any wildlife you see. Pigs, boars, chickens, snakes, they'll all give you meat that you can go cook. You can even kill the sharks, not the megalodons. Well, actually, I've never killed one, so I don't know about those. But, just the regular sharks, like the sharks that look normal. The megalodon sharks, they look like big beast monster sharks. They don't actually look like sharks at all. Looks like some kind of animated thing. Excuse me. Okay, we should have one more. So this one's behind this big rock. Looks like about where that shipwreck was pointing. It's finally daytime, I just noticed. Right about here, if I've got that right. Booyah, baby. Uh-oh. Get him, get him, get him! Hey! There go my ego. Hey, come over here and do your job. Uh-oh. Yikes! Time to go. Yikes! So if they fall like that in combat, you can always revive them. They don't actually die. It's okay, I had this one. And I think that was the last chest for our actual mission here. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Yeah, that's it. We did our mission. So that's it. We could go ahead and go if we wanted. We could just, you know, randomly explore the island, see if there's any other loose goodies there. Quite a lot to this shipwreck. There's all these little mini shorelines around all these rocks. Sometimes, not always, you'll see some goodies there. But I think for all intents and purposes... Well, maybe I'll take a quick look around since we're here. The good thing is you can kind of see it sparkling or shining or whatever. Bro. And when we start getting into the riddles, a lot of these structures and paintings and stuff that you've seen on the rocks, dead skeletons laying around the island, the hints will be like something to do with, you know, something that you see. So, you know, it might say the shipwreck on the North Shore, or it might say the painting of the fire, the campfire on the South Shore, something along those lines. And it's just a lot of fun to track the riddles down. Not only that, if you really get stuck, you can find a skeleton follower, show them the riddle, and then they'll, like, show you where you needed to go for it. And I really use those for the ashen areas, because the Devil's Roar, you want to get in and out before there's an eruption. So the skeletons can really help you to speed up those quests. Oh, and by the way, when it's raining, your ship starts filling up with water. I'm not a fan of that, but it happens. So you do have to keep that in mind. You know, you can't stay away from your ship too long, otherwise it'll literally sink while it's raining. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything sparkling. It kind of feels like a pretty dead island in comparison to normal. Yeah, I see nothing. No shiny rocks. They're kind of disappointing. Normally there's a lot more just loose stuff on any island. Whoa! Oh, by the way, the lightning can kill you. Haha! Ask me how I know. I've also had lightning strike the mast, and I had to repair that. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and ski-daddle? I think I have to head hard north. Get back to our outpost. Oh no, I don't have a compass right now. That's right, we're in a storm. So I need to try to figure out by visuals here. So I need to turn more right. Okay, good. I've got my compass now. I had my compass. I'm going to try to steer out to the right of the storm a little bit more. You do not want to drive into the heart of a storm. We did that once, and we got wrecked. I mean, I don't know how we didn't sink. It was terrible. And I think that's my island right there. Let's see where we're heading. Yep, that's it, alright. Oh, I'm taking damage. Apparently I'm in the heart of the storm. And we're not moving fast because the wind isn't in our... Oh! Bad timing for a ghost ship attack. Not gonna lie. Wind is against us. I'm in a storm. So if my ship gets wrecked, we might have to come back to the spot where I sink and re-get my loot. I'm gonna have to go down there and start doing repairs. I don't like doing this in a storm because you can't steer straight. But you have to because the water keeps coming in. That'll make you sink. Ouch. And not every time you get hit, it makes a hole. Sometimes it hits the deck or something. Case in point, that just smacked me pretty good. I don't know where we're going. Oh, I'm right by my island here. I need to turn. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We're almost there. I'd have to go down and bucket more water out. I'm not going to be picky about where I park here. I'm just going to get parked and start shooting back here in a minute. There's a hole in my ship! Oh wow, that's a lot of water. Talk about multitasking. I'm all over the place right now. Yikes! Ouch! Okay, as soon as I get ahead a little bit here, I'll start. Man, he is on me. I might lose the ship on this little encounter, and that's okay. At least I'm right by the island here. I'll know where my loot's at. But I really like to show you guys how I deal with these. So hopefully I can stay afloat here long enough to do that. So really you just kind of got to keep working at it, because he's going to start driving around the island. That'll give you a break to deal with the ship and patching it here. Whoops, I'm out of wood. So unfortunately, the outposts are not considered safe zones. You can get attacked here by NPCs, players, etc. But now that I've got my ship all squared away, almost. Always stay topped off on wood, because they can actually hit you with something where you cannot access your barrels, and you do not want to be sitting there watching your ship fill up with water and you can't get more wood. So always stay topped off on wood and cannonballs. Okay, my ship's coming back around, so he might plug me a couple of times, but that's okay. I'm going to really knock him out here. And you might not get him on the first go. Might take a couple of passes, but you will get him. And I try to aim the top of my cannon at the water line where the ship is, so right about there. And you saw that was even a little high. You want to hit toward the water line, because you want him to start filling up with water and sink ASAP. Ah, he got away. Okay. So again, cannonballs, stay topped off. And after you're done shooting, go down and do your whatever repairs are needed. But after he makes one or two passes, I'll be able to get him sunk. Now, if you're really good, you can actually shoot over the islands and hit him on the other side. But that's tough to do. I might even have time to park my ship a little bit better. Oh, he broke my steering wheel. Impolite, bro! I'm in a really weird spot. Okay, we made it. Awesome. Okay, you should be coming around the mountain there any minute. Come on, baby. There we go. Oh, he got me good there. Ouch. So hopefully I've got my ship positioned a little bit better now. I can tag him a few more times. Now he's a little further away. That was probably too low. Oh, I got him anyway. Sweet. Oh, I didn't load? Jeepers. So I was trying to get my ship turned around more so that this cannon could get them on the way out. I need to turn more right. Okay, a little more right. Actually, let's see if I can tag him here. Right about there? I don't know, maybe? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that actually hit. Also, check your health. They can actually kill you, and then you have to go to the ferryman ship, and then, you know, it's still drilling you while you're away. Okay, go ahead and top off on wood. Cannonballs. Get ready for round 3. Sometimes they drop pretty good loot, you know, sometimes this is worth your while. Now, if you don't care about your ship, you can just let it kill the ship. That's no big deal. All your loot will sit here in the water. You can come out, get it, sell it. You don't need to worry about that. Just don't talk to the mermaid until you're done, because it can take you to a different island. Then you have to sail all the way back over here. This thing should be getting pretty close by now to sinking. Hope he's not going away. He might have lost his rudder or something. Well, can you imagine being a pirate and actually having to climb up there? Like, talk about scary. Too low. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I want it to sink, so the water line is really the target. You want that water flooding in. Oh, I think I got him. And you can actually board their ship. Which is really cool. Yeah, they gave up. They scuttled. So that's it. Again, it might take a little time. It might take a couple of go-arounds, but that's just the way I do it. It's kind of a patience game. Just keep drilling them. Sooner or later, they'll either give up and scull, or you'll actually sink them. The bad thing is you got to be pretty quick to get your loot. You can see what it's doing here. Kind of all over the place. And the ship should actually just break apart and let me freely just get whatever like falls out. There it goes. Sometimes it'll even start sinking. So keep an eye on it. If you see any loot like going down to the ground and a whole bunch of it, you can just like pick them up and let them go real quick and they'll float again. That way you don't lose anything. But yeah, again, sometimes it's pretty valuable. Like we already know these sell good. I might actually drive my ship over there and speed that up a little. Actually, no, I'm not going to take the time to do all that. I'm just going to get like a couple of items that are maybe more worthwhile. Then again, wow, there's a lot of stuff out here. Looks like a bunch of skulls. That's for the souls guy. That harpoon is completely worthless. I don't see any messages in a bottle, so that's super sad. Okay. Maybe I'll just do this for now, because I know that's gold hoarders. Everything else is skeleton. Alright, now that all that fun stuff is done, I can actually do what we came here to do and download some of this loot. Let me make sure my ship isn't filling up with water. I wonder if I can make that jump. No. It's like everything in this game is a process. Alright, at least I've got a ladder here. So guys, I'm not sure how long I've been. I don't have that window anymore on my app that shows me length of time, but I feel like I've already been in here a while. I feel like I showed you guys the basics, how to really get going here. I very seriously doubt I'm going to get another promotion right now. I remember it took a little while to get to level 10. So this might be the last little bit of download unless I can think of anything else to go do. But before I let y'all go, I'll make sure I don't get another promotion. Because again, the promotions are what unlock new quests. So instead of just going out and doing the same quests over and over again, I think I'd rather break it up that way. Check this out. I mentioned you can put 3 things in here. This really saves you a lot of time running back and forth. So now we can put all that in one nifty little spot. Now, not all that stuff sells at the same vendor, so I'm going to have to take the skull over to the skull guy. And he's all the way across the way over there. You can actually sell that empty chest back to him too, by the way. Now, if you want, you can keep that empty chest. It only sells for a few hundred anyway. But you can keep that on your ship. As long as you're not going to fast travel and go under the waves, it'll stay there. And then you can use that for other small items. Like if I really wanted to go out and scoop up more skulls, I could use that chest to really help speed things up. But for now, I just want to see where I get my reputation to on the gold hoarders. Because if we can bump up in over 10... and get another promotion, that would be money. Oh, thank you, Link Mario. Okay, so yeah, it's already been 2 hours. Wow, 2 hours. A 2-hour tour. A 2-hour tour. I think I have one more chest here. Alright, let's see what damage we did. Sells for 1,500 a pop. Not bad. And of course the gem is around 1,000. No idea what the mysterious vessel goes for. 113? What? Who put that there? Are we at or near 10? The suspense is killing me. Oh yeah, we're not going to be anywhere near 10. Yeah, so again, guys, I feel like this is probably the way to do it, because basically what you do is you just keep going out doing the same thing, you know. Now, if you can find a bunch of loose stuff, that's awesome, because all that stuff sells. So you can find the cannons, the loose cannons, just anything you can get your hands on, really. Oh, no, those go to the other dock. Jeepers. And all that stuff sells at gold hoarders. Most of it. The crates, that's, you know, not gold hoarders, sadly. But in addition to the stuff I go out and actually get for the quest, I usually find a whole bunch of loose stuff. So it really does help to speed things up. In fact, I just had a thought. What I'm going to do now is actually do one more quest. But I'm going to do it in high C so that you can see how the emissary thing works. If it'll even let me. Which means I'm going to lose everything that's on my boat, so I might as well just go ahead and sell it all. Storage crates do sell. I don't remember how well. This is nice. It gives me a chance to drink coffee while I'm walking. So I guess in this case it would have still been better to park on the other dock. The one without the tower, just because the merchant and the hunter's call is over there. $250? Yeah, that wasn't great. I would have been better off keeping that. Actually, no, duh, I'm logging off to see if I can do the emissary. Such a long way. This is probably my least favorite outpost. In fact, normally when I'm playing, I avoid this one at all costs. This is the one I got ambushed at by island campers, and I think they picked this one because it takes so long to walk around. Like, they have time to sneak onto your ship and take something without you even knowing they're there. But they wound up killing me anyway. That was not awesome. Oh yeah, I can sprint with those. I almost forgot. I never did get to show you guys that thing in combat. Sells for $250. Yeah, not great. But hey, every little bit adds up. So I think what I'll go ahead and do is let that finish thinking. Let all the little cutscene stuff play out to make sure I know I get my reputation. Booyah. And all that stuff saves. So the amount of gold you have, that saves. All your reputation, that's going to save. Anything you have on your ship will go away. Anything that you have in your inventory will go away. And everything that you have in storage will go away. So if you can sell it, get it sold. So on that note, any cooked food, you can sell to a hunter's call. It has to be cooked. So that's all the meats. Yep, that's him right there. So what we got to do is actually equip it. Maybe he won't take it half-eaten. I guess that makes sense. He doesn't want something with your slobber all over it. And any other item I have cooked, which I don't. So yeah, again, it's not a lot, but, you know, every little bit adds up. Not only that, you're unlocking stuff as you do that. Alright, boom, baby. So let's go ahead and come back on screen here just for a moment. I'll go ahead and get out of here. I think it's safe to leave game. I think that makes sure everything gets saved. In the way of gold, you know, just whatever. And then I'm going to try to get into that emissary mode via this save file so we can keep going with the same pirate. That would be nice. If not, I'll switch over to my other... Wow, I'm having a brain fart. Profile. I've been on 2 hours already. I cannot believe. I hate it when YouTube has to go and change things that weren't broken in the first place. Like, case in point, there was nothing wrong with the Studio app before. It had the timer on it. It was awesome. And I need to know how long I've been on for. This is important. Oh, I cannot believe that number is not there anymore. Oh, I just found it. Okay, it's in a really out of the way place. I just found it. Okay, so yeah, 2 hours and 43 minutes. 2 hours and 43 minutes? What? How did that happen? So I gotta be honest. This game can really make the hours go by. Like, I cannot believe I've been on here for 3 hours today. Yeah, thanks, Link Mario. So it used to tell you, like, on the screen where your image was. Now it's, like, up there by the end stream button. I just had to locate it. Hey, Dee Dee, good to see you again. That's okay. Hey, better late than never. Oh, I think that's on the bingo card. Yeah, hope all is well in your world. The Nectar of the Gods. Okay, let's see if we can't... Because if I cannot go into emissary mode here, there's no point in staying in this save file. So you can go down the zip lines, but not up. Took me a while to figure that one out. I was like, why can't I get back up there? Okay, so if you want to be an emissary, you have to look at their little table outside their deal. Okay, I need to purchase a license, that's right. Company shop. Unlocked by reaching level 15. Oh, I can't do that now. Okay, so apparently you really have to grind for that. Bogus. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and call this one today, guys. It's been 3 hours. That's a long stream. We got a lot done, though. And now we know about the emissary thing. So unfortunately, we just kind of keep having to plug away at the quests that we do have available to us now. Until we get that reputation up to 15. And I'm not far off. I mean, we're up to 7.5 already, so I'm already halfway to the next one. Because it goes up every 5. Let's see where I'm at, as a matter of fact. Okay, so I'm not even at 7 yet. 6.5. So yeah, we got a ways to go. But the best thing that you can do is just keep plugging away at the quests. And while you're doing the Gold Hoarders stuff, you get the bonuses and stuff that come along with those. Oh, we unlocked the riddles, so I can do a new one. We can do one more. We can do a quick riddle. We're going to do that. We'll go ahead and fast travel there to save a little bit of time. Yeah, why not? I'm feeling froggy. I'm going to jump. Yeah, you're right about that, Dee Dee. I was really excited to get back on today. So excited I didn't even have time to announce it because I wasn't sure I'd be able to do it. And when my day freed up, I was like, well, guess what I'm doing today? Awesome. Alright, I'll go ahead and get myself out of the way one more time. See you later, alligator. Alright. So since we're fast traveling, all we got to do is go out to open seas. Hoist that anchor. Put your back into it. I have no idea which way the wind is blowing right now. And you never know which way the wind is going to be blowing when you get there. So as soon as we hit open water, here the magic happens. So awesome. Wow, long load screen. But like, how cool is this? I wish they'd let you get out of the ship and like go explore, like put the anchor down. You can't, I've tried. But yeah, it'd just be a lot of fun if they had like more stuff to do with the underwater ship aspect. Instead of it just being basically a cutscene to fast travel. So hey, SoT Thieves, if you're listening. Oh yeah, I'm right in front of this bad boy. And we're coming in hot. Yikes! Okay, good, we're not going to crash today. I've been close enough to these islands popping up out of the water before. There was like no time to react. But this one was relatively painless. Ooh, I know this island. I've been here many times. But look at these graphics, guys. Like the details. I love details in video games. Like the starry nights. The moon and sun cycles are on point. It's just a beautiful game to look at. Okay, and it looks like that red glowy thing, that's a skeleton follower, so that's definitely going to help us here in our search for these clues. Because sometimes they're tough to figure out, you know, so if you don't want to be running around the island for an hour and a half trying to find a wall painting, it really helps to have a skeleton follower. There's another sparkly off in the yonder. Ooh, and check this out, a bunch of random, like, freebies. I'll take that action. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I just realized I probably have no, like, wood, food, and cannonballs in my inventory because I reloaded save. So why don't we go ahead and make sure we have some heals. Uh-oh. Awesome. Little freebie. And they give you a decent amount of gold. Dude, look at 1,000? Like, what? Ooh, message in a bottle. If that's a map, that means more treasure chests on this island, most likely. And that is huge. Okay, no, it's one of these stupid... I hate these smuggler things. Man, I've been getting a lot of those. Okay, so anyway, we're not here for any of that. We're here actually here for the... for the puzzle or whatever. So basically there's going to be a clue here that they gave you. And once you make landfall, the clue will open up. So the first one basically just tells you what island, Plunder Valley. Excuse me. Then once you get here and you actually land on the shore, open the map, or the clue page or whatever, excuse me, it'll open up that second clue. So the Colossal Bird Shrine... The light is murky, dig 8 paces. Okay, so that's probably going to be a wall painting somewhere of a bird shrine. Or that could be a statue, like a stone statue. Does that look like a bird to y'all? I bet that's what they're talking about, because that's not a natural formation, that diamond shape. So that's probably what the clue is talking about. But I'm going to show this to the skeleton just because I don't want to take, forever doing this for purposes of the stream. So go ahead and show him that. Let him see it. Follow the leader. What's his name? Diggin' Rigby? Oh yeah, I never would have found my way up here. I would have been looking on that oh, wow. That's right, I remember this cave. I got lost in these caves 4 days. I never would have found this. I'm glad I asked the Skelly. Oh wait, this isn't it. We have to like do 8 paces or something. 8 paces southwest. Booyah, baby. They're kind of like zombie skeletons. I hope I don't get lost in here. I was just thinking about that. I gotta find my way out now. Come on, one more. Put your back into it. Oh wait, let's see what we got. Take the gold, absolutely. Oh, we got 2 of those. Those sell good, guys. So yeah, these are going to be the way to go from here on out to really help push that reputation further. This is going to get us actually probably quite a bit more than the, just digging up buried treasure. So now if I can find my way out of this cave... Good enough. Little fall damage never hurt no one. Oh wait, we don't have to take fall damage. Even better. And this time I'm actually going to look around a little bit. Oh wait a minute, I'm on high seas, right? I got to pay attention to that. Because I forgot I'm in PvP here. I was not even thinking about that. Normally, like, I'm looking out. So like I would have made sure nobody was following me here. And the good thing is you can see other ships from a good distance. Well, good and bad. Because then they can see you too. And for PvP, I also extinguish all my all my lanterns. because they can see those from a distance, especially at night. But they show up pretty good during the day too, to be honest, so yeah. The only one I leave lit is this one, like really inside the ship, because that one doesn't really come through from the outside. But all the other lanterns definitely need to get turned off. Okay, so I'll get these couple of quick things, and then we need to ski-daddle. Time is of the essence when you're doing PvP. You just want to get in, get what you need, get out. There's another shiny there. I wonder what that's all about. Oh, ammo pouch. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I didn't load my cannons. I am slacking. Nuts. I don't even have any cannonballs. So when that little wick is sticking up, that's how you know it's loaded. So you don't always have to walk over to it and interact with it. Just look for the wicks. Not the website builder. Alright. Let's see where we're going to go download. Looks like the nearest port. Plunder Outpost. That is southeast of my current location. Okay. So I don't see any other player ships. So I might have a minute here to look around the island a little bit. I'll just remember southeast in case I need to, like, leave fast. That's the direction I'll start heading. But yeah, bigger islands like this, they usually just have random loose stuff. And you'll find it more often on the beach, like the shoreline. Sweet. That's gonna hurt a lot. So as long as you hit water, you're good. But if you hit a spot where your feet normally would have been able to touch down, fall damage. And a lot of fall damage. Oh, this island really doesn't have much for shoreline, does it? This is interesting. Oh, that's a big shipwreck. Funny, when I find these on islands, I normally don't find loot to go with them. It's kind of odd that they would have taken the time, you know, to put this here and then have no point to it. Although they might be attached to quests, like some of the tall tales. A whole bunch of nothing. That's super disappointing. Wow, if I knew I was just going to be doing like a marathon lap around the Great Island here, I would have skipped this. Link Mario, I see your question there. I was struggling to go live. I guess it's just been a while and I kind of forgot how to do it. But it came back to me pretty quick. Once I got into it, it was like riding a bike. Of course, by doing it this way, I didn't have time to announce. I didn't give anyone a chance. Normally, I would have put like a schedule or something in a post days in advance. But it was just kind of last minute today. I was like, well, I have the time, let's do it. Okay, so there's really nothing else here, I guess. I need to ski-daddle. Again, normally I wouldn't have taken that long to look around for loose stuff, but normally islands have more shoreline than that. And you can run around them pretty quickly. Okay, just take one more look on the horizon, make sure I don't see any player ships. I do not. So southeast we go. Make sure I don't scrape bottom here because I'm awful close. Okay, and I think we're actually right behind that little island right in front of me. And I'll show you guys this thing too. It's a cannon. So we kind of want to steer clear of those if possible. So I'll go around this island to the right. Actually, wait a minute. Now I need to stick to the left because that's where we're heading. So I'll try to give that a little bit of space. And again, keeping an eye out for player ships is going to be paramount, because you don't want them to see you pulling into a port, because they know you've got stuff to download. So if I see any player ships whatsoever, I just find another outpost. But honestly, it's pretty rare. You'd think it would be more frequent. 9 times out of 10, I get out, I get what I need, I get back, I get it sold, and there's no incident. But there's always that one time where you do just happen to run into some players, and it's like, oh man! And because I'm solo, I can't really, you know, fend them off. I try, but when there's 2 or 3 of them on you, or 4 for that matter, it's just not a fair fight. They sink your ship pretty quick. They take your stuff. That's another reason I like to just do quick trips. You know, I don't want to spend an hour and a half loading up my ship with all sorts of stuff. For one, that takes forever to download, and you know, you might get intercepted. But for 2, it's minimizing the loss. So, you know, I only made 1 trip. I didn't lose a ton of time doing this. If I lose it, I lose it. I just go do it again. And chances are it works out just fine. So yeah, just, that's a probably a good foot stop temp right there. The more frequently you can download smaller amounts, the better off you'll be. Yeah, it takes time to do that, but at least this way you know you're going to get what you spent the time to go out to get. Most likely. Nothing to worry about. Everything is fine. And let's see here. What kind of island is this? Where's my port? Right in front of me. So no sign of player ship. So yeah, today is a good day. No barking from the dog. No smog. Today was a good day. Okay, and because I'm playing PvP, again, I'm not going to want to park my ship. I'm going to put it close. I'm going to leave the anchor up. So that if I do get swamped out of nowhere, because sometimes people island camp, I can just jump in my ship, throw the sail down, and bolt. Come on, get off of there. Come on, get off of there. Uh-oh. There we go. So it's worth the extra time it takes to park good, is what I'm getting at. As long as you don't see any ships coming. If there was somebody on shore, they likely would have shot at me by now. See, I'm not too worried about that. And that's rare, by the way. Most people don't island camp. It's just a possibility I thought I needed to mention. It can happen. Right about there. So what I do is I look at the wind. I set the sail so it'll catch good wind if I do need to leave quickly. But I leave it all the way up. Make sure it's all the way up because you don't want the ship to go anywhere while you're downloading. And once you know you're parked good, put the wheel straight so it doesn't start turning around on you. Go ahead and put that anchor up. Because you see how long this takes. Like, if there's people running at you, you don't have time to do this anymore. So, yeah. And always take the most valuable stuff first. So basically what the island campers do is you might be thinking, well, I don't see a ship parked, you should be good. Yeah, you would think that, but what they do is they scuttle their ship, so they don't have a ship. Which is very smart. Look at that, guys, 4 Gs. So we're really going to watch that reputation bump up now. So anyway, yeah, they scuttle their ship and then they just hang out on the island. Now, of course, they can't die when they do that, because if they do, they won't respawn right here. They're going to respawn with a new ship somewhere. Probably not this island, some other random island. So yeah, that was a lot of reputation, guys. We got a full wheel out of that deal. So that goes to show you, you know, as you unlock new quests, the more value you're going to get, more bang for the buck. And that's how you really start snowballing. So when I get the next promotion, level 10, we'll start going to Ashen, and that'll really bump. So those will be well over 5 Gs each. And then, yeah, this riddle will unlock at 15. That gives you even better. So yeah, we've got a long way to go, guys, but these are a lot of fun. We haven't even opened treasure vaults yet. And the raid voyages, that's another area where things really start opening up. Raiding these forts and skeleton camps and stuff, a lot of fun. Not only that, very rewarding. I did that skeleton camp last night. 10,000 bones out of one item that I sold. And I probably got about another 10,000 out of the other items that came along with that one quest. So again, just awesome, awesome stuff. And that's where that reputation can really start going up fast. Okay, and since I'm pretty much done downloading here, I don't care if I anchor. So I'll go ahead and anchor now. Nothing else to download, nothing else to lose. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. What did that say? Oh, it's got to be full. Bogus. Well, I'm not going to take the time to do that unless I just happen to have a bunch of fruit on me. Well, that might work out. Okay, yeah, anyway, long stream, 3 hours. Woohoo! Time to go, anyway. But yeah, guys, I definitely hope you're enjoying the game here. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this one, you know, next weekend and then so on. What I might do is just let this, this recording sit on the channel for a few days. You know, maybe give it 3 or 4 days or so into next week a little bit. And if there's some interest in it, maybe I will come back on and show you guys some more, you know, next weekend. Maybe I'll do the Saturday, Sunday thing at noon like I used to do. If there's really no interest in it, I don't have to keep playing this game. I just thought, you know, it's got some Zelda vibes. You know, I haven't shown you guys some of the dungeons or the puzzle yet, so you don't know what I'm talking about just yet. But yeah, very Wind Waker, guys. Like, it really took me back to that game many, many times. So GD, no, it'll pretty much stay put. Now, if you leave the anchor up, if you're gone long enough, it'll start, you know, slowly kind of inching away, but it takes a while to do that, and it doesn't go super far. But the sail has to be all the way up. If it's down even an inch, you might come back and find your ship is way out at sea somewhere. Not that I've ever had that happen. Super Bowl is next Sunday. I did not know that. Okay, good to know. Maybe I'll do a Super Bowl stream. I don't know, but people might actually be busy watching the Super Bowl. I probably won't. Actually, Dee Dee, since you mentioned it, who's playing? Just out of curiosity. Oh, man. No coffee. Garbage. My cup have runneth dry once again. Seattle, huh? Didn't realize the Seahawks were having a good year. Okay. I've really been away from the game, so I have no idea who's who and somebody else. I'm going to Google this real quick because now I have to know. Super Bowl 2026. Let's see what this says. Seattle Seahawks and New England Patriots. Interesting. Huh, that actually sounds like it might be a pretty good game. But I don't know, I just kind of lost my drive to watch sports lately, so I just haven't been keeping up. Alright guys, so thank you all so much for hanging out. Hope you're enjoying the game. I'd love to see your thoughts and comments below. Love to hear your thoughts. In the meantime, hope that helps you all out. If you wouldn't mind taking a quick moment to like, share, subscribe, comment. I always appreciate those things. And until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting. Alright, y'all take care. Thanks again for sticking around. Peace out, y'all. Yeah, you too, Dee Dee. Thank you so much.